Hi, my name is Kirsten Kalmbach. Imagine your life without electricity. Imagine your life without automobiles. Instead of driving your car from place to place, you walk, ride a bike, or drive your horse and buggy. Instead of watching TV or listening to music in the evenings, you spend time with family, play a board game, or read a book. Instead of washing your clothes in a washer and dryer or your dishes in the dishwasher, you do it all by hand. It sounds a little old-fashioned and maybe like we've taken a step back in time, but there are people living in the United States today who live their life like this. They are the Amish. The Amish are a religious subculture in the Midwest United States. They are an important part of the economy and culture of that region. I have known an Amish family for the past 6 years, and every Christmas and summer break, my family and I go to northern Indiana and we spend time with this family, and we are really immersed into their culture. And through that experience, I have learned a lot about the history, religion, and lifestyle of the Amish. According to Sharon Wire in an article, A Look into the Amish Culture, published by Sage Journals in 2003, the Amish are a branch of Christianity that began in Europe after the Protestant Reformation. This group of believers became known as Anabaptists because they believed in adult baptism instead of infant baptism. These Anabaptists eventually evolved into the Mennonites, which are known around the world today, and a more conservative following, led by Jacob Amon, became known as the Amish. Now that you know more about the history, it is an important part to know about the Amish religion. And the Amish religion are centered on two rituals, adult baptism and communion. The Amish are baptized between 18 and 22 years of age, and this is a time where they take a vow to follow the teachings of Jesus for the rest of their lives and adhere to the strict teachings of the Amish church. And after they have taken this vow, if they choose to leave the Amish faith, they are shunned by their family and are no longer allowed to have that relationship with them. However, if they just never take the vow or become baptized, they are allowed to keep that relationship because, according to religious rituals published by the Young Center at Elizabethtown College in 2014, the Amish respect an individual's voluntary decision regarding church membership. The other important ritual in the Amish culture is communion. This happens twice a year and is really a high point in the Amish church calendar because it is a time of self-examination and spiritual rejuvenation. They confess their sins and reaffirm their vow to the church. Now that you understand the religion, it is important to know about their lifestyle because it is focused heavily on the religion, and it is based on humility and simplicity. According to Communal Values, published by the Young Center at Elizabethtown College in 2014, the Amish detest pride, and they do not seek attention for themselves, and they really dislike any sort of individual recognition. And you can really see this in the way they dress. And they prohibit makeup and jewelry for the women, and their clothing is very simplistic and plain in style. Women wear long dresses, as you can see in this picture, and head coverings, and the men wear plain pants with button-up shirts and straw hats. Another important part of their culture is that they do not drive automobiles. Instead, they drive horses and buggies, and this is because the Amish culture is really focused on family, and they believe that with the use of automobiles, they would stray farther and farther from their community and their home, and it would ultimately lead to the breakdown of their community and their culture. Another important part is the education of the Amish. They believe that you should not be educated past the 8th grade, and after 8th grade, they instead go out and find a job, or the women stay at home and work with the mothers around the house, and this helps them learn more about their culture instead of higher education, which they believe really disagrees with their humble lifestyle. Another important part of the Amish lifestyle is Rumspringa, and this is a time of running around. When the Amish turn 16, they are allowed to go out into the world and participate in worldly activities and no longer have to adhere to the strict teachings of the Amish faith. And they can go out and get a driver's license and drive cars, wear non-traditional clothing, and just participate in the world as others that aren't in the Amish culture get to experience the world. And at the end of Rumspringa, it is, you see a lot of the Amish go back and join the Amish church and get baptized, because being away from the Amish for a while really reinforces the idea why they believe as they do, and it shows that they focus on Christ and family, because that is an important part of who they are. So like I said, the Amish are a Christian subculture in America that live a simplistic life centered on faith and family. And although they live a simpler life without electricity or vehicles or modern conveniences, they are wonderful people, and I am happy I have come to know an Amish family and experience their culture, and I hope that you will have the chance to as well.